A local interior designer scaling down, using his creativity to make mini masterpieces. Levan is out live at Flip This Dollhouse in New Bedford this morning, taking us on a tour of some of the tiny houses and introducing us to the man who makes them.
I'll tell you what, Brianna, Nathaniel Ellis is the guy who just kind of rescues these dollhouses and does a wonderful job. Nathaniel, thank you so much for having us here. And first, how did this start? I know you thought about this as a kid.
I started my fascination with dollhouses when I was like 7 years old. I fell in love with them, and I never got one until I was 18, and I started hoarding them. I bought 2 at first, and over maybe the course of 10 years, I had 30 dollhouses in my private collection.
I've got to tell you, there's a whole bunch of stories that you can tell us, but just tell us your Taylor Swift story very quickly.
So about 2 years ago, I sold dollhouse furniture to a set designer, and it was used in a Taylor Swift backdrop video on her Eras tour.
So now we are in between Cottage Lane and Mansion Avenue. First, let's talk about Mansion Avenue as we talk right here. Some of the mansions that are on this lane are the houses. How are these houses and why are these so great?
So Mansion Avenue is where we keep the largest houses.
Right.
Generally, when a dollhouse has like 7 or 8 rooms or more, we call it a mansion. And they take up the most space, so they're harder to sell, but they are beautiful. These are dream houses.
So now, suppose I'm not in the market for a mansion, but I do want a small starter house. Let's start with this one here. This looks like a beach house you have on Cottage Lane.
Yeah, if you want a starter house, these are actually my best-selling houses because of the size. We have this beach house here that has like 5 or 6 rooms. We built this, we completely designed this. Notice how the whole thing coordinates, not just each room, but the whole house coordinates.
And what if I like a log cabin? What if I want to be rustic? You have one right here also.
We have 1 log cabin in stock right now. They're actually extremely rare. I've only had a couple log cabins in my 20 years of collecting.
You have a couple of small cottages that are here. How great are these homes? And obviously people love these because you can get started with these.
These are great starter homes, actually. They are a good size. They're about 2 feet wide. We actually built both of them from kits, but you can make it your own. You can buy it, pick out the furniture and accessories, lighting, rugs, whatever you want.
I think this is my favorite right here because it's still got the Christmas feel going on. I love that.
Yeah, this is a really solid brick colonial, and we did some work on it. We added hardwood flooring, we added carpeting, and it came out really good.
What is it like to see people come in here, whether they be, big kids or little kids, and they see the shop first, which is awe, but then they start their, they're collecting.
I love seeing people's faces when they walk in my shop. No one ever expects how big it really is. Sure. I don't think pictures and videos do it justice, but it's so exciting because this hobby brings joy to so many people, so I really feel like I'm doing something cool here.
Did you know when you first started that this would be such a passion for you? Because I know interior design was what you started out by doing, but now this is what it is.
I mean, dollhouses have been my biggest passion pretty much my whole life. I never thought I was going to turn a hobby into a career, but I did.
And when you're not only doing the houses, you're also doing some of the smaller pieces that are in here. I have to say, how intricate do you try to make the houses so they kind of replicate what you're trying to get to?
So we make a lot of items for the houses. Like, for example, in this house right here, we handmade the bedding, the pillows. We really look at every detail that a real house might have and try to put it in the dollhouses.
I will say this, Brianna, when you're in here, you can look and see that the handsmanship, the work to get everything done is so good. It's perfect. I mean, the bedding is soft. It's one of those things that it's just magical to be in here. As I'm touching things, I'm like, don't touch it too hard because I don't want anything to break, because I'm like a bull in a dollhouse shop right now. And it's one of the more wonderful things that we've done.
Oh, Levan, it looks like so much fun. I feel like the log cabin is very you. I think you should move into the log cabin completely. All right, thanks,
The log cabin, exactly.